Chelsea has her way with Dr. Montgomery, while Smitty is well on his way to getting to the bottom of the Martin secret. What's good, y'all? This is Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Beyond the Gates video. And this one, I'm going to be breaking down season 1, episode number 74. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my Beyond the Gates content and conversations. And y'all, this episode was definitely a sleeper for me. It was not that great, child. The whole Dererick and Ashley engagement, but specifically the fallout from Ashley, spoiler alert, saying hell to the nah to his proposal was completely uninteresting for me. So I'm going to go ahead and start with more interesting things, even though this episode between the Chelsea and Dr. Montgomery and Ashley and Dererick, it left a lot to be desired, in my opinion. The most interesting thing about this episode was Smitty doing his feature interview with Detective Marseille down at the dang on police station. And in this episode, we suddenly find out that somehow this detective is tied to the whole Smitty thing. Because 2 episodes ago, when Smitty revealed to Martin that he was going to be doing this profile and he was going to go and have to interview this person, Martin started to get all weird. And somehow Joey Armstrong is going to be tied into it too. While Smitty is doing his interview with the detective, he points out a leisure photo down at the yacht yard where there is Joey Armstrong in the background. And while none of Smitty's questions were too pointed to like, are you a corrupt cop? Are you dirty? What's going on? Why are you associating with this criminal? He planted enough seeds to be able to say like there's something else going on here. So while the detective thought this was going to be some type of fluff piece for like life and culture and just something to bring goodwill and good press to the police station, to their particular segment of the law enforcement agency, Smitty is onto some other stuff, and he's a deep investigative journalist, and he's not going to let up. And because Martin could be potentially tied to this, and he already got the weird feelings from Martin a few episodes ago, I think this is pushing him to go a little bit further. And while it don't seem like the detective gave him any information, I think that Smitty got exactly what he was looking for. And I'm really excited to see how it all ties together, because to know that this crooked cop who is working with Joey Armstrong, we have already seen well earlier in the season him take a payout, to which Jacob saw, and Jacob went to his dad about, and his dad is very well aware and was covering up for it. Like, to know that that is potentially viewing and tied to this whole thing. And then we also have Martin over at the country club talking to Vernon. He reveals to Vernon that he thinks that the busboy said something to him, or said the statement that was said to him on the scene, the same statement that Vernon knew as well, which leads me to believe some of y'all might be right. A lot of y'all have been in the comments talking about you don't think that Martin is the one who actually did the thing. You think that Vernon might have did the thing and Martin is taking the rap for it. I don't know exactly what it could be. I know it was a violent act. I know it had something to do with a car. But I think that Vernon is tied to it a lot deeper than just finding out about it and cleaning this up for his grandson. I think that he definitely could be actively involved. And like I said, many of y'all have already started putting that in the comment section. So good note on that one. Now, we still don't know what the thing is, what the problem is. And while Martin is like led to believe by the busboy that, oh, he just imagined something, he didn't say it. By the end of this episode, he confronts him because like, no, he said it. What if this is actually a person? In that conversation, we find out that not only has Vernon tried to make the whole situation go away, but he paid an investigator to track the person who was, I guess, the victim or affiliated with the incident that actually happened. And Vernon says that he's supposed to know if this person was to come back into the country. They paid them a settlement. That person said that they was leaving the country. Sounds familiar, because guess who also paid a settlement? Tad paid Dana $50,000 most recently. We don't know how much beforehand, and she keeps popping up. She's like a roach that won't die. So surprise, surprise, that another little situation that you tried to pay to go away didn't actually go away after you paid it. I'm gonna need the Dupree to find a new playbook, because this one don't work. This one has y'all losing. This one has y'all failing every single time. So that happened, and then other than that, like I said, it's a bunch of back and forth in this episode between Chelsea and Madison's first date, and it's the date night in the guest house. She brings over Chinese. They talk about Madison's coming out story. They talk about, fashion. Madison's a little bit uncomfortable being in this place because she's followed Chelsea for so long. So going from a follower to being a person that is of like interest for Chelsea and a romantic partner, it's a little bit weird for her. I think that's the realest part of the conversation, the most interesting part of the conversation, because I'm honestly checked out of the whole Chelsea pursuing her. Chelsea, when Madison said, have you had relationships with women before? And Chelsea says, well, it depends on how you define relationships. It's a relationship. the way that Chelsea keeps trying to throw her swinging ass hookups with married couples into the relationship category is really blowing me, because we are literally watching her spiral out and then rebound with Dr. Montgomery after she literally pled her case to a married woman and got mad at the married woman because she would not leave her husband to be in a damn relationship with her, but then still running around telling everybody she got her heart broken because she was in a relationship. You literally met these people where all consenting to they are married, you are single, you're just trying to have some fun, y'all have a bunch of sex, and you happen to fall in love while y'all was having a bunch of sex, and now you're mad that the married woman won't leave her husband. Chelsea is so simple. And in this episode and like watching the conversation with Dr. Montgomery, I really could not tap in and get invested because she's so simple. And I partially feel like Dr. Montgomery is like too good for her. And not in a like, oh, she's less than type of way, but she's just more advanced in maturity. I think that she's a better communicator. And I think that Dr. Montgomery actually knows who she is, while Chelsea knows who she's pretending to be, but believes herself to be this person that she actually is not. And ultimately, I think that she could wind up hurting Dr. Montgomery. So when we get to the end of the episode and we watch them have sex, because we needed to see that for whatever reason, I'm just like, okay, great. I'm wondering if she's going to fall deeper into it with Dr. Montgomery, or if this is going to be the thing that makes her like, oh, I got what I wanted, now I'm gonna go. I would not be surprised if Chelsea goes down a arc of like her dad and like low-key being a damn villain, and then she breaks Dr. Montgomery's heart. Whatever. I don't really care about Chelsea, but I even care less. I care the least about Dererick and Ashley, and watching Ashley say no and then completely flip the narrative, which I'm not gonna hold you. The way that Dererick started to behave, it lent itself to like, okay, maybe she might be onto something. But her starting with like, oh, this is not actually a proposal, this is an ultimatum. You made it into that. You quite literally made it into that, and like your actual response. I get that she's not ready, and I personally don't think neither one of them are ready. I think it's the stupidest thing that Dererick could have done to try to propose to this woman that you just had a failed moving in situation with. Y'all have yet to be on the same accord. Y'all can barely go out to dates to Orphe Jeans over some pumpkin pie. Y'all can barely sit and not be awkward in that. And then now all of a sudden you pulling out a damn diamond ring because that's supposed to fix everything. That was never supposed to fix everything. But like, Ashley, I think, withholds a lot, and she's not being honest, not only with Dererick, but also not with herself. And then we also know in the back of our minds as the audience that she's about to start having visions about Andre and how she feels. We also know that Andre has been pining over her, and it's just like, ugh. It's so annoying. And I think I was like really pissed off the most with this episode because we had to watch Naomi and Jacob talk about them. I mean, Naomi and Andre talk about them. Two dope, dynamic, very interesting, complex characters in their own right spent most of their screen time in this episode talking about the Wonder Twins and their failed ass love. Hated it. But that's the episode. And those are my thoughts on it. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. It's your good sis you love to talk TV with, and I'll see you in my next breakdown.